Some breaking and amazing news that just came across the wires, which is that Ghislaine Maxwell, who is Jeffrey Epstein's alleged madam, was just reportedly arrested by the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York and the FBI, and she will be charged. We do not yet know what the details of those charges are. However, as we've covered here time after time, Ryan, witness after witness, victim after victim, has placed Ghislaine Maxwell at the center of the alleged human trafficking ring run by former pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. This is a landmark moment, which honestly I didn't think was going to be coming. I thought she was going to get away scot-free. I read all of these reports about how she was in Israel, about how she was in Brazil, about how she was in California, hiding and shuttling around the globe in the homes of powerful people everywhere. And all I hope is that there is a camera on this woman's cell for the next 24 hours a day, every day, because she's supposed to be in court later this week. If she's held in the MCC, there better be a live stream about what's going on in that cell, because I'm not going to believe a word if anything happens to that woman while she's in custody.
Yeah. We're back, baby.
Yeah, we are. We're back. I mean,
the thing I want people to remember is that before Epstein died, it was reported that prosecutors had found in his safe CDs that said name of famous person, dates, and the names of the girls. And I say girls advisedly. We don't know what happened to those CDs.
Nope.
That the doesn't take many leaps to guess that that is the blackmail that everybody thought that he was acquiring through his wiring and recording of everything, the airplane, the mansion, the island, whatever. Keeping all these recordings. Who was he blackmailing? What is on those? And maybe this helps us get closer to figuring out actually what happened to him.
Well, this is huge. And the reason why this matters is now it's all about to be in a court of law. That was the problem with Jeffrey Epstein dying, is it didn't come out in a court of prosecution. And all this stuff is just sitting in the Southern District of New York's office. I mean, I've been able to give the audience little glimpses about what's going on, right? So we had Alan Dershowitz, who files this claim in court and reveals that Virginia Giuffre, who is one of Prince Andrew's accusers, comes out and reveals in secret testimony that he had access to that she also accused former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak of once having been allegedly sexually involved with him. And we have photos of Ehud Barak going secretly into Jeffrey Epstein's mansion. Neighbors of Jeffrey Epstein all saying that Ehud Barak used to stay at the mansion all the time. I mean, this thing goes all the way up to the top. What else have we covered here recently, which is that new Netflix documentary, Filthy Rich, of whom we had the filmmaker on, she interviewed one of the people who used to work as an IT contractor on Jeffrey Epstein's pedophile island in the Virgin Islands, and once allegedly saw Bill Clinton just sitting there on the porch. No one is saying that he did anything. Nobody knows if he did anything, but Clinton denies ever even being on that island. And we also know that a lot of Epstein's most egregious pedophilic acts occurred on that island with, I think it was the Virgin Islands independent prosecutor put out a report saying that they had spoken to officials at the airport in that island that said that girls as young as 11 were seen departing Jeffrey Epstein's aircraft going to his residence.
Yeah, and a fairly recent book called A Convenient Death, The Mysterious Demise of Jeffrey Epstein, reported that Bill Clinton was not actually that close with Jeffrey Epstein, but according to this book, was having an affair with Maxwell.
Right.
And that's why he was close with, that's why he was seen around Epstein. Some people put that forward almost as a defense of Bill Clinton.
Is actually, he was trying to
Which, frankly,
I mean, makes sense.
That's better than the alternative.
Yeah, certainly.
So now if Maxwell, is forced to testify, Bill Clinton has strenuously denied this claim. She'll now be probably pressed under oath. Is this the case? What was Bill Clinton's involvement? Was it this or was it something else?
Remember, everybody, the list that I put out there of Alan Dershowitz, just of Virginia Giuffre, one victim that she put out about who she accused: Bill Richardson, governor of New Mexico, several hedge fund billionaires. I can't remember who his name Victoria's Secret person, the billionaire who Epstein actually, Leslie Wexner, who he allegedly stole all of his money from. I mean, I can go all the way down the line. The former prime minister of Israel, Ghislaine Maxwell, has all of that information in her head. We need to know everything that she knows, and it all needs to come out in open court so that we can learn about the blackmail, we can learn about her role in the sex trafficking ring, we can learn also there's a certain prince in the United Kingdom who I bet is freaking out right now because Prince Andrew reportedly had reached out to Ghislaine Maxwell about Virginia Giuffre, and whenever she came out and accused him there publicly in the UK, and he had that disastrous interview on the BBC, denied ever even knowing her. He said that the picture of him with his arm wrapped around her while she was a 17-year-old girl was doctored. That's how disastrous that it was. There are a lot of powerful people with a lot to lose about this arrest. It is one of the most, it's a huge development in this case. And all we've ever wanted to see here is justice done for the victims. Yeah, it's a big deal.
And it's a real credit to their courage.
It is.
So many of them had their lives shattered, destroyed by the abuse that they were put through. They never gave up. You know, it's a credit to journalists who kept pursuing this.
Julie Brown at the Miami Herald, who broke this whole story open.
The documentaries are probably helping. Documentaries now are getting people arrested all over the place.
Yeah.
But without the victims being willing to come forward, not just against a powerful man, but against perhaps the most powerful network of men in the entire world.
Yeah, absolutely.
To see this happen for them is at least some justice, but it's at the very early stages.
It's a small taste of justice, and if anything goes awry in this case, we will be all over it. I can promise you that. We'll have more Rising for you after this.